What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Finding Your Purpose. I hope everybody's good out there. I hope life is treating you the way it should. But I wanted to come on and talk real quick about this story. You guys know I love to talk about the stories that need to be addressed and addressed quickly, the ones that really bother my soul. But before we do that, as I always do, I want to remind everybody to please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So if you subscribed already, thank you very much. And if you haven't, please do so. It helps out a lot. So tell your friends, tell your mom, dad, tell everybody. Please subscribe. Once I get to 1,000 followers or more, that's when I can start giddy my good giveaway, I should say, and have a lot of good prizes. But I need at least 1,000 subscribers to get that started. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, this issue happened about, I would say, 2 months ago, maybe three at the most. um, it happened in Milwaukee. You have Roz. Her first name was Rosalind, but most people call her Roz. She was an activist, for her community. Everybody loved her. She would give you the shirt off her back. Basically, she was somebody that you could count on. And she had just recently graduated, and so she had good things going for her. And one day she was outside of uh, McDonald's, well, one evening rather, and someone just decided to unalive her, if that's the word you want to use. And there's still no motive. So my thing is, come on, guys, what are we doing? Bothering people who are minding their own business? Someone who would be there for you through thick and thin, someone who would help you out with no matter whatever it is you needed or whatever you were going through. She would help you out. Like, what is this? And then there's no motive. So supposedly the next day, the family members and friends and everybody, they go to the location where that happened, and apparently they find, excuse me, I have to get my drink. I don't want to be coughing in you guys' ear. Gold medal drink from Dutch Bros. And those of you that know me, I am a sucker for Dutch Bros. But the gold medal drink in honor of the Olympics. It's a must try. Go do so. Okay, back to the story. So the next day, her family goes to the location where the incident happened, and her mother finds a gun in the bushes. So, everybody's getting frantic and yelling and screaming. The police come out, and the mom is like, how did you guys not see this? There's a gun right here in the bushes, blah, blah, blah. So the police come out and say that it was a toy gun, which to me makes no sense. Now, I believe in coincidences, but that there, I'm not too convinced because that tragedy happens, and then the next day, her mom happens to find a toy gun in the bushes. Come on, make it make sense. And then the cop that they were talking to, because a lot of people were, you know, filming the footage. So the cop that they were talking to, he was kind of nonchalant, if you must say, because there were people in the crowd asking, like, how come you guys are not taking that seriously, the gun situation? How come you're not, you know, doing a better job on the investigation? And the cop was like, oh, if you guys quit screaming and, acting crazy, maybe we can get somewhere. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me? Now, you have a tragedy that just took place a few hours before. Now, her mom happens to find a gun in the bushes, and you guys want to deem that it's a toy gun. What is going on? And then the fact that he was so nonchalant, it's like, come on. What if this was your loved one? When you get a bit more serious, I just don't understand. I don't. That whole part right there, I didn't understand that. Along with the fact, uh, how could, I shouldn't say how could, because we know there's some sick people in the world, but why would you take someone's life for no reason? I'm, now this is just my thought. This is just me thinking. I'm leaning towards this being more of a hate crime because she was a lesbian. And we all know that there's some people who dislike people's choices to the point that they'll do whatever to remove them in that situation. That's what I'm thinking because they didn't say if she hung out with the wrong crowd or if she had recently got into some trouble that she couldn't resolve or anything like that. Now, that could be an issue, but they didn't speak on that. Everything they spoke on was how she was an activist for her community, how she helped any and everybody in need, no matter what it was, you know. So, my thing is, I'm leaning more towards a hate crime. And by the way, the idiot is arrested. I just looked it up before I started recording. The idiot that did it is arrested, but there's still no motive. So that's why I'm still leaning towards a hate crime. And plus, when this tragedy occurred, it was late at night, and they say it was like between 2 and 3 in the morning. Now, maybe different states, maybe their food places stay open, different hours. Maybe some are 24 hours or whatever the case may be. But I'm not understanding this whole issue with the toy gun. I'm still stuck on that. I really am. I'm still stuck on that. There has been no update on whether it was a real gun, whether it was the one that was used in the tragedy or whatnot. But I'm just puzzled on how the police can just be so nonchalant. Now, maybe because I'm trying to look at all aspects, maybe because they see so much craziness on the daily basis with their job, maybe they can't wear their heart on their sleeve. Maybe they can't. But to be that nonchalant, excuse me, to be that nonchalant when someone is asking you serious questions was beyond me. Beyond me. That just really confused me. So, back to this idiot. I don't know if, because it's still not saying, I don't know if the man charged even knew her. And if he did, I'm assuming it was a hate crime. Because there's still no motive. It was late at night. He had to be watching her, probably watching her for a few days. You never know. You just never know nowadays. So, this story really bothered me because, as you all know that listen, I'm constantly talking about our government, our White House, everybody. Let's get strict on the gun control laws, because I believe if they were more strict, you wouldn't have so many ghost guns around here. What I mean is ghost guns is you can't find the owner. It's they go through many of hands. This stuff has got to stop, because somebody is going into these gun stores, purchasing these weapons, and giving them out to the outsiders. Somebody is doing that. Nobody just wakes up with a million weapons at their hands. We have to get serious, because this gun violence needs to stop. It needs to stop. It's just ridiculous. It's hurtful. And it's starting to get to the point where you can't even justify why someone did something. I remember not too long ago, you could actually justify, oh, well, he or she must have had this problem, so they must have snapped and did this and that. Oh, you can't even justify anymore. This stuff is becoming ridiculous. And it's starting to really become the people that either you were close to or people that you knew and you thought they were cool, but they really, deep down inside, despised you for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because they couldn't get on your level, so they decided to knock you down, or I don't know if they even tried to get on your level, but this has got to stop. Guns are supposed to be there for protection. I could see self defense or something like that. I could see that, but this stuff that's going on now is beyond me, and it's uncomfortable because you find yourself, or at least I know I do, find yourself looking when you're out on town. You looking behind you, looking to the side of you, because you just don't trust anyone. You really don't. So, that's the story that really bothered me. Um, I hope Roz's family gets the justice that she deserves as well as they deserve. And I hope the idiot never gets out. Because I don't care what the problem was, it wasn't enough to unalive someone. And this hatred needs to stop. So, like I said, let's just continue to pray for her family, her friends, everybody who is affected by this tragedy. And let's just be aware of our surroundings. And let's remember everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not your loved one or whoever you want to call them. Just be aware of the idioticness that is taking place just out of nowhere. So until then, you guys, I love you all. Let's remember we are all designed for a purpose. We all have a purpose. So if you have found your purpose, stand in it. Don't let anyone knock you out of it. And if you haven't found your purpose, it's okay. Let's not forget to keep searching. No matter how big, how small, we all have a purpose. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Stay safe.